Hey you, it's Reese, and we are back with another prophetic word. This word is being brought to you by a number. That number is 21. And it's funny because I got this number from a Lyft email. Catch that, Lyft email. I'll discuss more on that in a second, but I got the number from a Lyft email. And so what 21 means, I'm going to break down, and I'm going to give both definitions, Hebrew and Greek, in the Strong's Concordance. So the first definition is Greek, and it means to rejoice greatly, exult, be exceedingly glad. I exalt, am full of joy. And the expressions of joy and celebration were common in both religious and secular contexts. However, the New Testament usage often emphasizes a joy rooted in spiritual realities rather than temporal circumstances. This joy is frequently linked to the fulfillment of God's promises, the coming of the Messiah, and the hope of eternal life. The early Christian community facing persecution and trials found strength and encouragement in this deep-seated joy. Okay? All right. This joy is not merely an emotional response, but a profound spiritual state of being that reflects the believer's relationship with God and the hope found in Him. All right. Now, the second definition in Hebrew is Abi. I want to say Abi, but it says it's Abi. That means father. Abi is shortened form of Abijah, meaning my father is Yahweh, or Yahweh is my father. Yahweh, which was common in Hebrew names to signify devotion or relationship with God. Okay? And it is Israel culture. In ancient Israel culture, names often held significant meaning and were reflective of personal faith or familial heritage. So what the Father is saying when it comes to this word, or to this number, is He sees where you're at. He knows how you feel. He hears your thoughts. He hears your prayers. He sees your tears. He collects them. He knows. He knows. And I'm speaking to myself too. He knows where you are. He knows where your heart is. He knows where your thoughts are. He knows how you're feeling and thinking about things. He knows you're tired. He knows you're weary. But He is needing you to reach down and find His strength, to find the joy that He gives, because joy from Him is reflected in our faith and trust in God, knowing that He has provided, He is providing, and will provide. And it may not feel or look like it. Our circumstances and situations may not be how we want or how we thought they would be, but He knows exactly what He's doing. And some of us are in a transition. And so the Father is saying sometimes He has to allow us and or put us in situations to get some more gunk off and or out of us. And sometimes it really works best when we're in situations we don't want to be, when we're in environments we don't want to be in, when we're around people we don't want to be around, when we're stripped of things, our comforts and stuff. And what I found joy in earlier today, because Satan is coming swiftly with these temptation attacks, because he knows for some of us it's our transition into the promised land, but God has to deal with sin first. And it's not that we're just in willful sin, but He has to get rid of the strongholds. And sometimes He has to push you into the pool to get rid of things. He has to push you into your healing, which does not feel good at all. But again, he knows what he's doing. And for most of us, that this word is for, he's given plenty of time for us to overcome those things. And so now he's saying, okay, well, you didn't get up and pick up your mat and walk like I told you to. So now I got to push you. I got to push you in the pool because I need you to be healed. He wants us to be healed. And so earlier it was an attack. It was a temptation attack from the enemy, but God didn't let me know that. God actually sent me a prophetic word yesterday saying, just because something seems like it's a go doesn't mean it's always a go. It's not always a green light from God. Sometimes he doesn't stop us because he wants to see, where our heart is, where our mind is, is our discernment on point? Has he told us to do or not do something and Satan comes in sneaky and we're thinking it's the Father showing grace and mercy and not saying he doesn't do that. He just did that to me. He showed me grace and mercy last night, which I was shocked. But it's not always the case. And he doesn't care that it's Christmas. And I say that, not saying he doesn't care that it's Christmas as far as when it comes to his son. Yes, we are observing the birth of Jesus Christ. Some observe this day, or some observe Christmas as Christ's birthday, or the day, or when Christ came in to the world. Some don't. However you celebrate this season, that's on you, between you and God. But what I'm saying is, of course he cares that, he sent his one and only begotten son to die for us. So I'm saying he doesn't care that it's Christmas when it comes to appeasing you, when it comes to tickling your ears and your feet and your toes. Not saying he doesn't give gifts. I'm not saying that he doesn't surprise us. He does. But when it comes to his kingdom, when it comes to him getting us where we need to be and out of the enemy's camp, we got a toe in there. Some of us still have a toe in there. He's like, no, I need you all the way with me. I need you to fight these things. I need you to get rid of people. I need you to get rid of things. I need you to come out of agreement and in alignment with certain things. So when it comes to that, he's like, if I got to put you by yourself in the holidays, I'll do that. If I have to take things away from you during the holidays, I'll do that. If I have to put you, whatever the case is, whatever you're struggling with, and the Father's saying, no, I got to take that. I'm sorry. Like, it's Christmas. It's the holidays. And you can be feeling really sad and low because the situation God is allowing you to be in. But he said when it comes to his kingdom comes first, not your feelings, not your emotions, not, oh, well, I want to be with family, or, oh, I want to be in this environment, or I don't want to be here, or why am I here? God is saying he don't care that it's Christmas. He don't care it's your birthday. He don't care if it's Thanksgiving, Valentine's. Like, he don't care about any of that. He needs to get you to a certain place. And that's what he's focused on. And that's what he's wanting us to focus on. And he's wanting us to find the place where we can rejoice and still exalt him through our circumstances. Because joy comes from him. We may not be happy, but we should still be able to find joy. I recently just found the joy. I literally recently, like maybe an hour or so ago, was like, you know what? It is what it is. And I'm kind of back and forth with this mindset. Like, okay, it is what it is. I'm fine. And then like later I'm like, well, I don't want to be in this situation. And then later I'm like, okay, no, I'm good. So I'm kind of back and forth. I know he wants me to have joy consistently. So he's training and preparing us. But earlier I found joy in the fact that even though it was an attack from the enemy and God didn't stop me until actually no, I stopped myself. Or did I? He may have stopped me. Either way, but it wasn't until the last minute. But I'm thinking, God's allowing me to, he's giving me a surprise. He's giving me a treat. He's showing grace and mercy because it's Christmas Eve. Yay, cool. So as I'm on my way to get this thing that I feel like the Father is allowing me to have, again, it was the enemy. I wasn't happy. And usually it's a comfort thing that he's stripping me of, so I can find comfort in him. So I'm on my way to get this thing that usually would bring me at least some type of satisfaction, temporary satisfaction or comfort. And on my way, I'm like, I don't care. I'm grateful. I thank you, Father. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but usually I'd be happy, and I'm not happy, which made me happy. So let me try to unconfuse you if that just confused you. Something that would usually bring me joy, or happiness, or some type of temporary satisfaction, it did not bring me that satisfaction, which made me happy, because I'm like, wow, something I usually find comfort in didn't bring me comfort this time. I'm getting there. I may not be there yet, but I'm getting there. I love the fact that I'm going to get this thing I'm thinking God said I could have, which again, he didn't. But the fact that I didn't find comfort in the fact that I'm thinking he said I could get this thing, I love the fact that I didn't find comfort in it this time. That brought me happiness. It didn't bring me joy. It still took me a minute to get some joy, because Satan kept trying to tempt me and mess with me even after that, which I kind of got irritated about. But I came back from it quickly. I was just like, you know what? Why be irritated about this? Like, who cares? Literally, seriously, who cares? It's not even that big of a deal for me even to be all cranky and stuff about. So let me just get over it. And then when I said that, and then I said, let me get over this situation. I'm about to watch me, The Forge, I think. I'm about to watch this and just chill. And and continue to seek God and ask him, what are the lessons I'm needing to learn in this season? What are you cleansing me of? I know some of the reasons why I'm here. Are those the only reasons, or do you have something else? So that is what the Father is saying when it comes to number 21, to rejoice greatly, to exalt him. Why? Because he is your Father. He is Yahweh. And we have a great and loving and merciful and gracious Father. And I know we get upset with him sometimes, but he's teaching us to still see the good in the bad. He's teaching us to still be able to come back from these temptations and these attacks from the enemy faster. He's teaching us to quickly resolve. Like, how quick is your resolve? Yeah, that messed with you, that upset you, but how fast can you come back from that? Are you going to stay there? I came back pretty quick. I was like, okay, all right, we're good. So he's testing all that. So Satan's going to be coming at you with a lot of stuff, and God is going to allow it, because right now he is testing your integrity. There's some funds, there are finances that I have tied up that I know are available, but they're not available. And I'm like, why would you let me know I have funds available, but they're not available, especially in the situation that I'm in? Like, I'm really kind of upset about that. I was yesterday. And then it was just kind of like, okay, what's the lesson in this? Why would you let me know I have these funds, and then, but also let me know they're not available? And I don't even know if they're going to be available. Maybe it was just a test, just to set the atmosphere, just to set the simulation. Like, what would you do for these funds? Let's test your integrity. Would you do something that would, that if somebody was to find out about, would they look at you and be like, oh, you're a child of God? You know what I mean? So he's testing integrity. He's testing patience. He's testing perseverance. Like, I'm in a situation where I need funds, and God has let me know there's funds, but you can't get them right now. And some of the funds I may never, ever have access to due to the type of funds they are. But again, he's testing our integrity. He's testing our resolve. He's testing our patience, our perseverance. He's testing, will we throw hissy fits? Will we throw big old fat crybaby temper tantrums? Like, we don't know that our Father comes through regardless of the situation or the circumstances. And if he wants us to have a thing, we will have a thing. especially if things aren't held up and tied up by the enemy. And I just did a prophetic word saying that, the word is diesel. But basically everything's running smoothly. So if the Father's telling me everything's running smoothly, everything's where they need to be, you're where you need to be, doing what you need to do and all that other stuff, then I'm not going to let this other stuff bother me. Okay, so that's what the Father is saying. He's saying, I need you to reach deep down and find the joy I put in you, regardless of the situations you're in, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of how things look or feel right now. I need you to reach deep down and find that joy. So I don't know how you may find the joy. Ask God, like, how do I do it? Do I need to listen to some praise and worship? Do I need to really look at my situation and be like, you know what, this really isn't even as serious as I'm making it, or as the enemy is trying to make me think it is? Do I need to listen to a sermon? Do I need to read the word? Do I need to pray? Like, ask the Father, what do I need to do to find the joy that I know you put in me, but I'm having a hard time getting to it right now? The Father wants you to find it and seek him on how you can find it. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you on this word. I pray it brings you joy. I pray that it reaffirms where you are. I pray that it gives you some comfort. And yeah, stay prayed up and safe these holiday seasons, this holiday season. And again, take this word back to the Lord. Make sure it's a word from him. Make sure it's a word for you. Make sure it's a word for you in the season that you're in. Until next time, God loved you then. No matter what you did back then, he loves you now. No matter what you're doing now, and he'll love you in the future. No matter what you may do in the future, God loves you and he calls you righteous. So stay righteous. Okay? And I'm out. You guys have a blessed one. Bye.